what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Top of the Sunday morning to you guys, everybody. It's Sunday and it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. And let me tell you something, I'm really excited about the guest that we have today. It's the 13th of November already, you guys. It's already mid-month. I cannot believe it. It's World Kindness Day, so let's spread a little of that today, shall we? And we have some really fun top news stories locally for you guys. Vail Mountain Soccer Team, they claimed the first boys soccer title in the school's history. So let's give a big cheer for them. That is super awesome news, and I'm really, really excited about that. And you all know about the Sitzmark Lodge in Vail. Since 1974, they've had the same owner. They now have a brand new owner. So let's welcome them to the Valley. And listen to this. This is super cool. Beaver Creek and Vail Mountain have just pledged $300,000 to Habitat for Humanity. Now, we all know what a great organization they are. I actually built a house for them one time, and it was so much fun. I didn't build it, but I participated. And what a great organization, and that is just a beautiful thing. So I love that. And the Bookworm has announced some of their top favorite books for your winter reads. I'm going to give you 3 of them for you guys. Okay, so River You Touch by Chris Dombrowski. That's the owner's top favorite pick. Then we have Inciting Joy, which just sounds like something, of course, I would have to read. And that is by Ross Gay. And then we have Properties of Thirst by Marianne Wiggins. So go on over to the Bookworm if you want to get some of those great books. Now, our guest today is Casey Peacock. Now, if you have a lot of things going on in your life, you would not believe what hypnosis can do for you. I actually allowed her to hypnotize me last night, and I didn't think I could do it. And then when she got to a certain point with me, I could feel little tears rolling down my eyes. So it's a profound experience. It's not what you think. It's not like, woo, with all the swirlies and everything like that. It is something super amazing, and you will just be blown away by what you're going to learn today. So we're going to take a look and see what she has to offer us for our minds to know. And of course, we're going to take a look at the weather because, well, it's still fall, but it certainly feels like winter. Taking a look right now, the low is 22 degrees and the high is 42. And we have a 20% chance of precipitation today. Mostly sunny skies. And of course, the winds are at 5 to 10 miles per hour, which makes it a little bit chillier when you're outside. Okay, so definitely wear some extra layers when you get outdoors today if you want to go on a nice hike or something special like that. We're going to take a look right now and see what else is going on with the weather if my clicker starts to work any minute now. And it's not, so I'm going to predict what's going to happen. Just kidding, everybody. I would never do that. Taking a look at this morning, it's 22 degrees starting at 8 o'clock a.m. Sunny skies all day long. You can get out there and enjoy this beautiful mild day. 39 degrees. As of noon, sunny skies. 4 p.m., 38 degrees with mostly sunny skies. By 8 p.m., it'll be 29 degrees, and we may see some precipitation overnight. Taking a look right now at the I-70 corridor, over in Denver, 49 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy skies, 20% chance of precipitation in Vail with 41 for your high. Eagle, 20 degrees, 43 for your high. Partly cloudy skies over in Avon, 20% chance of precipitation. The overnight low is going to be 12 degrees, a little chilly out there, everybody, with a 40% chance of snow overnight, everybody. So that's where we're going to see some snow on the ground tomorrow morning. You want to make sure you have all your winter tires set up. Taking a look at the week, tomorrow we have a 30% chance of that wintry mix, snow and rain, hopefully more snow than rain. Mostly cloudy with a 31 degrees for your high and 6 degrees for your low. Now look what happens on Tuesday. It's going to be so cold, everybody. 20% chance of precipitation, partly cloudy skies. Your high is only 27, and look at that low. Just one single digit. Yeah, you're going to want to put your heat on and make sure that you sleep all warm and cozy. Then as we get to midweek and mostly sunny skies, 29 degrees for your high, 6 degrees for your low. Thursday, It gets a little bit more for precipitation chances at 30%, 33 for your high, 6 for your low, super low, everybody. 5 degrees for your low on Friday, 10% chance of precipitation with mostly cloudy skies and 29% chance of snow and or rain. I'd like to thank Sun and Ski for your weather report today over here at the TV8 Weather Center. You want to get your gear ready? That's a great place to go over there in Avon. And they have winter sports, all of your gear, all the accessories that you need for all the mountain fun. That's a look at your weather, and we will be right back on your Sunday version of Good Morning Vail on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help.
There you go.
Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about.
There's nothing like turning your house into your home, and that's what we help you do every week.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Flashback on Vail Valley. Hard to keep a secret when you are getting interviewed on TV8. We're taking a look back in time at vintage TV8 segments. If you'd like any more information or to see any more vintage or classic cuts from TV8, check out tv8vail.com. Taking a look back in time right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I'm happy to be here with you guys. We have a very special clip to show you right now. Our very own Maddie, who we just love so much. She loves to do interviews with all the winter sports people. We're going to take a look right now at a clip that she has. She's going to be interviewing Senna Leaf. That is a U.S. snowboard team for snowboard cross. Now, I'm just learning about what this is, so I'm going to learn a little bit. If you already know what it is, take a look at this really wonderful interview with Maddie.
Now that winter is upon us, we've got some incredible athletes here doing some incredible things, and we just chatted with Senna before he went on this big, huge whirlwind of a road trip, and so we're going to check in, see how that was, but we're going to chat about his upcoming season, and he's part of the U.S. snowboard team. Good morning, Senna.
Good morning. Thanks for having me in.
Thanks for coming in here. It's nice to see you again. It was amazing to follow your journey on this road trip that you just took that was so breathtaking.
Yeah, that was crazy, and it was already pretty ambitious to start with, and then it went like almost twice as long as I thought it was going to go.
Which is so cool, though, and you got to see so many cool places, and we were talking last time about how it's really important that you keep your mental health as you're approaching the winter season really in check, and so this was a good way for you to kind of just like reconnect with yourself a little bit.
100%. I mean, as I told you, I think it's like one of the best things I've ever done in my life was this road trip, just seeing so much of our amazing country and all these like beautiful national parks I've never visited, and for sure like it did wonders for my mental health. I've never been like so calm and content with myself and kind of refocused on what I want to do and where I'm going as I was when I kind of finished the road trip. Well, really like halfway through is when like the reality of everything that the effect the road trip was having on me really hit, and by the end of it I was like, I'm like a new person, it feels like.
Which is so important, and as you're getting into your season, once you start your winter competitive season,
non-stop.
You don't get to stop at all. He was just telling me his entire schedule for the upcoming season, and you're just going to be gone.
Pretty much gone, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be home like a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of time on the road and not that much time at home. So you really have to make sure you're mentally dialed for everything that kind of the sport brings to you in that aspect.
Which, one of the crazy parts about this sport, and this is something like, I mean, from my very baby-like competitive years, getting in the start gate can honestly fill you with more pressure than anything.
The anxiety can be crippling for sure.
Right, and then to have that and to do that as something that you're continuously doing, you're putting yourself in that situation over and over and over again. But like, I ski race, so it was me and myself in that starting gate. It is not you and yourself.
not all the guys next to you.
No, which makes your sport, I feel like, so much more intense.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember like when I was younger, when you get in the start gate, like huge anxiety, but then you like learn to get comfortable in that setting, because that's crucial, is being comfortable when it's uncomfortable, because that's how you're going to succeed. Which is funny, because one of my big motives on this road trip, how it ties in, was like getting out of my comfort zone. And I really realized how much it actually takes for me to get out of my comfort zone. And that was like the biggest thing, is just pushing yourself further and further. And that's what I've really found like a lot of growth in, that I can actually take from this road trip that I kind of stumbled upon, and then take that into my professional career as a snowboarder.
Which I think is such a cool way to look at it, and such a unique kind of perspective on all of it, only because that's starting gate for me. I would be like, wait, have I taken a breath in the last 30 seconds? And I would be like, no, your face is purple. Like,
it's funny, if I hear like the cadence, like racers ready, attention, like my heart rate immediately starts like spiking.
Right.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening, here we go. You know, even if I'm not in the gate, you know, because you're so used to that being like what fires you up.
And so for people who don't know the sport that you compete in, let's talk a little bit about snowboarder cross, because it is intense.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. For those that don't know, it's 4 to 6 athletes starting to start gate drops, rollers, jumps, bank turns, carnage. Whoever crosses the finish line first wins. Moving through a bracket system all the way to a final, and that's where you win.
Okay, carnage.
Yeah,
Let's
carnage,
go back to that word.
Yeah, I snuck that little word in there.
One person falls, there's possibility for the entire team to go down. Now, you had a really good season.
You just got to dodge them.
You
gotta
be
quick on the feet.
Quick on the feet, quick on the brain, too.
Yeah.
So you had a really good season last year, but now that you're all kind of mentally reset and you have this really big upcoming season, how are you feeling as you're making your way into it?
Well, last season definitely had its ups and downs, but it finished on a really, really great note. I felt great in my riding, kind of where my direction was going. So to be refocused, and after a great summer of training, I'm the strongest I've ever been in my life right now. Physically, I feel amazing. My skills seem tuned up, and combine that with the mental aspect is where I really feel like I'm going into this season super competitive, the most confident I've ever been, and just gets you excited. I'm like, I'm tired of waiting. Let's go. It's time to race.
Right. And now that the mountains are starting to open and we're starting to see all the snow come, and everyone is getting really excited to be out there and to be hitting the snow again, I'm sure as someone who lives this as not only just like part of their lifestyle, but as their career too, it's really nice when you can finally get your feet in the boots, on the board, and just like be where you are.
Those brisk mornings, and you're like, the crunchy snow, and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, it's here. Everybody else knows it's here too. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so you have a really crazy travel schedule. And so as you're preparing for your travel schedule, what do you do to kind of keep your mental health in the state that you're in right now?
Well, packing crucially, and making sure I have all the items that I want for like my personal sanity on the road.
Right.
My good headphones, keep my music going, movies loaded for when I need to escape, my camera gear for photography escapes, and then just kind of making sure I'm centered and content with what I need to do. Nothing looming over me, nothing on my to-do list, because I want to make sure I'm really focused on what I need to be focused on.
Which I think is really important. And as you've been training all summer, how hard is it to be a competitive athlete and to train for something like snowboarder cross?
It's such a dynamic sport with so many different complex variables that go on with it. You know, between the physical training, the aspects with our gear, because our gear is so high tech these days. The race boards are just like ridiculous, and then it's just, there's so many dynamics in the sport that really make it a lot more challenging than other sports, because you have to other sports you might have to focus on 1 or 2 things to really master. Here you got to master like 5 different things, more than that, 20 different things to really be successful at the top level. So you have to juggle and focus your time and where you need to progress, where you feel like you're pretty proficient, and where you need to focus some of your extra time and effort.
Which I think is kind of part of the challenge that you have to continuously balance.
Got to balance all of it.
Yeah, because you are on the road. So let's talk a little bit about your travel schedule, where you're going to be when the official kickoff to your competitive season starts.
Well, yeah, so we just finished up a good training camp. We were in Switzerland and then Austria, getting back on snow. I've been back in the Valley for about a week now, back to kind of some dry land gym training over here at the Westin. And then in a week from now, I head back over to Europe, and we'll have a little training camp in Austria to start. And then we go to France for our first World Cup of the season, which is going to be on the 2nd and 3rd of December, I believe. And then back to Austria the week after that for the next World Cup, and then the week after that in Italy for the next World Cup. So it starts going real fast here soon.
Okay, you just used the words World Cup. Let's talk about that. Did you ever see yourself as a kid saying, I'm competing in World Cups in France, in Austria? Was that
Funny
always...
enough, I did, but then like maybe never really fully thought I'd be there, you know, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna make it, and then all of a sudden you're at that level, and you're like, holy crap, like I'm there, and then you become a top athlete at the level, which is even like crazier because you're like, oh, wow, I've actually made it here, because it's such a slow progression of the work over time. It's not like overnight all of a sudden you're there, you know, it's just little baby steps throughout the years, and all of a sudden you're like, I am there. Whoa, holy crap. I guess I can compete full-time on the World Cup Tour. That's crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy. Now, for the kids that are watching at home and that are like, wow, I want to be a World Cup athlete, what piece of advice would you want to give them, but what piece of advice do you wish someone would have given you when you were first starting out?
Oh, gosh. I was so lucky with great mentors coming up, you know, so I was given so much great advice and role models that I was able to see just the value of true work ethic. You know, what I think is one of the most valuable things is trusting in your coaches, seeing a process that works, and just simply doing the work and putting in the hours. Because if you just like chisel away, like nothing's going to come fast. But if you're working hard and continue to work hard every day, prioritize the things that you're supposed to prioritize, over time, when you put in that serious work ethic and believe in yourself, that's how you're actually going to make it one day. And it doesn't come easy. There's no quick trick to making it. It's seriously just working hard. And for me, the biggest thing is that I've discovered over the years is I get so much satisfaction in just working hard and knowing that I did everything I could, and then therefore I don't have any regrets. You know, there's a lot of variables in my sport. Sometimes it's not always up to what you did individually that brings you success. You know, you can have things out of your control ruin your day, and that sucks. But if I know that I did everything in my power, I trained as hard as I could, I took care of my equipment, I took care of my mental health, then when I go to bed at night, I'm like, I don't have any regrets, and I'm happy, and that's what makes me content. And I mean, like getting on a World Cup podium is an incredible feeling, but it's also an incredible feeling just knowing that you're happy with what you did and what you achieved work-wise.
And so if you had to pick out one thing that one of these mentors had said to you as you were really starting to get into the sport, and maybe you were having a bad day on the snow, right? Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was the snow was bad, the conditions were hard, visibility was low, wind was high. What's something that has stuck with you through all this?
Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm hitting you with these heavy questions.
That's a deep one.
I totally put you on the spot.
Totally on the spot.
I know.
Well, funny enough, I don't think it was a coach that told me this. It was actually my teammate Lindsay Jacobellis, my closest friend. A couple years ago, I was in a gondola with her. We were in Italy at the World Cup there in Cervinia. And I was just like, kind of like a little bit crumbling under the pressure, you know, and she's somebody who's been under so much pressure for so much of her career. And I was explaining to her, and she simply was just like, even at her level, and she's had so much success. She's won every single thing you can imagine.
Right.
From X Games to the Olympics, she's won everything. And she told me, it's like, you just have to focus one race at a time, which is like, that's so crucial, because you can get so caught up looking at the big goals. You're like, oh, I want to make it to the big final. Well, in order to make it to the big final, you got to make it through the eighth final first. You got to make it to the quarterfinal and then the semifinal, you know. And so if you're just focusing one race at a time and taking it slow and really just focusing on that process goal versus the outcome goal, that was like kind of the biggest thing that has stuck with me throughout the years. Because it's so easy to get caught up in the outcome goals and wanting to win, wanting to get a podium, wanting to make the national team. But those only happen if you really put a focus on the process goals. And so when she was like, it's just one heat at a time. And think, oh, a person at that level that's achieved everything, like I would think, oh, she's only ever thinking about winning, only ever thinking about the big final. But to know that even at her level, she's focusing on one race at a time, one heat at a time, just focus on what you're doing, what you need to do to get through that heat. I was like, oh, that's some pretty solid advice. Which is funny, I don't know if I've ever told her that how much that had an impact on me.
Well, you should show her this video. And we'll like, huge shout out for all of your success and for the great advice, because I think that it's important that at any level, in any sport, people take that advice and they take it in and they listen to it. And especially even in your day-to-day life, if you're having a week where at the end of the week you have this big push that you're going for and that's all you're focused on, then you're going to miss everything that happens in the remainder of the week before you get there. So that one race at a time, that one day at a time, it's important.
It's so important. Like this morning, I was in the gym and I'm like, okay, well, what do I have to do today? What part of my process do I have to focus on to achieve my end goal? And I was just going to focus on that. So all you do, you just focus on having a good workout. What do you need to do? What's on the schedule today? All right, just do your best at doing that. Everything else is going to kind of follow suit eventually.
Which is incredible. So you said you did have some challenges last winter. Let's just touch base on those really briefly and what you're going to do to kind of work past them in this ski season.
Well, the
or snowboard season.
I mean, everybody's, the more you go through sport, the more you realize everybody's dealing with their own internal issues, pressures within the sport, pressures within yourself, pressures with loved ones. You know, everybody's dealing with conflicts. And last year I kind of had a lot of that from all different aspects, and it was hard to juggle, you know, and I was very fortunate to work with a sports psychologist this summer, which I've never worked with before. And she really helped me she gave me a lot of tools that have helped me be able to refocus and reframe how I look at things and how I deal with adversities as they come my way. So that's one of the biggest things that's had an effect on me. I'm on some new equipment. I'm dialed in, which I had some struggles with equipment last year. So there's a lot of aspects that are changed, new and improved, and hopefully some new and improved results as well as a result of them. So.
Now, if people want to see you, follow your story, see what you're doing, where you are, what's the best way for them to kind of keep tabs on all of your whirlwinded adventures?
For sure. The best is through Instagram. It's where definitely the social media platform I'm most active on, @SennaLeith. But definitely Facebook, trying to get better on TikTok, Twitter. I'm all out there, easy to find, SENNALEITH. And I try to keep the people updated. I like to post everything that's going on, you know it, so.
I know it, because I'm like, hey, me over here, still one of your biggest fans, one of your biggest Vail Valley supporters. Like, we love you.
I get the messages. I love knowing that you guys are thinking of me here. And you know, Vail's my favorite place in the world. I love it here. It's where family is. It's where some of my closest friends are. And I always love coming back and being able to come in here and see you guys. So.
We love when you come in here, chat with us, give us all this great information, and kind of share the journey, because I think that everyone really takes what you do for a living, right? And they put this big, huge, glamorous filter on it. And so they're like, gosh, he's living his best life. He's out there. Not that you're not, but it's important that people know that you work hard on your mental health. And although it's perfect and you get to snowboard all the time and you're doing what you love and you're following your dreams, you do have these moments where you take time to recenter yourself, reconnect with you. And then that way people just know that even the best people in the world living the most perfect lives take time to focus on their mental health.
100%. And I always laugh because everybody's like, oh, your life's freaking awesome. I'm like, well, it is. I'm so fortunate. I'm so thankful to be in the position I'm in and have the opportunities I have. But it doesn't mean that I don't have my own struggles. And the days are still hard. You know, granted, my work is strenuous. It is stressful. I'm just really focused. I'm really fortunate that I get to be in really pretty places when I'm dealing with all this. So it makes it a little bit easier. But the work is there, and it's a grind, and we struggle just like everybody else do in our own ways. So the journey is the beautiful part of it. The end result's great, but I'm really just obsessed with the journey and the whole process, personal growth.
This is why I'm one of your #1 fans here in Vail, because I think it's so important that you remind people to be a human as well as...
Everybody's human. Nobody is without flaws.
Chase your dreams, right?
Yeah. Go after what you want in life. It's too short not to.
Right. Senna, thank you so much for taking the time, spending your morning on the couch with me, chatting with me, giving us all this great information.
Thanks for having me in.
Make sure that you follow him on social media. He's a local athlete here, and he is absolutely not only great at his sport and really fun to watch on the snow, but he's just a genuine and authentic person that you will personally connect with in so many ways. So check him out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
All aboard! Step on, take a look around, and take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day than with Good Morning Vail Crew. Get your news, sports, weather, dining, community events, and so much more. We'll start your morning off right at 7 a.m. And now you can find us 7 days a week. You bring the coffee, we'll bring the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or watch us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. We always have a lot of things going in our lives, okay? We have stress. We worry about money. We worry about our jobs. We worry about our relationships. We worry about so much. Did you ever think that if I worry so much, is there any way I could snap out of it and not have all of these things going on in my brain with a heavy weight on our shoulders? There is, and that's why I brought this guest with us today. She is a wonderful person. This is Casey Peacock, everybody. Now, Casey, you have been doing hypnosis for about a year now in this Vail Valley, correct?
A couple years.
A couple of years. That's wonderful. So I know that you have got a lot of clients that go see you for different reasons. I want to learn a little bit of something. Why do people turn to hypnosis if they want to have more of a peaceful existence?
It's funny with what you said, we worry about all these things. We make it all up, right? So a lot of times hypnosis is the last house on the block.
Explain
so
that.
They've gone to therapy, they've gone to meditation, they've done a couple of maybe many different things, and this certain thing or these 3 things are still just kind of chewing away at them. Because a lot of times with therapy and with hypnosis, just talking about it, we're grinding that problem into our subconscious even deeper. We're trying to change a problem that's a subconscious problem with our thinking, which is a conscious process.
Correct.
Right? So this is a story that's running that we're not attached to. We don't even know it's in there. And it's driving our day. We don't even know where the idea came from. Because everything in our subconscious that we've ever learned, seen, heard, thought, every movie, everything we've ever experienced, precognitive in the womb, is in our subconscious. And we don't have access to it.
You explained
Unless
something
you go
to
into
me
hypnosis.
last night, which is really amazing. We come into this world with anxiety.
No, we come
No?
in with just the fight or flight response
Okay.
to.
Well, that's kind of anxiety, but not really.
We almost induce anxiety in a baby. So the baby's born, they sort of drop it, the child pulls in to check the nervous system.
Okay.
Right? So we come in with only the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling.
Wow.
And all the other fears we learn. A lot of it's learned by parents. Like if a parent is afraid of flying, the children are afraid of flying. You know, so we see, because our parents, when we're little, they tell us everything we're supposed to know, right? They're our higher power at that point. And so everything they say, we listen to, because kids come in without a prefrontal cortex.
So what does that mean exactly? The frontal lobe of the brain is not developed with a child?
No, not 7, 8, sometimes double digits age.
Before the frontal lobe is actually developed.
Right. So they're not able to filter out. That's why, you know, the guy in the red suit lasts for so long until it doesn't last.
Santa.
So, you know, kids don't have a processing of making critical decisions because that just hasn't happened yet. So when parents are like, "What were you thinking?" and the kid's like,
I
don't know
wasn't.
what I was thinking. They're just feeling, right? They don't have that
So
access
it's more
to that.
emotional.
It's all emotional, yeah.
That's so interesting. So when we're going through life and we absolutely have to develop our front lobe of our brain, but then everything is the right brain or the left brain it's involved with.
Yeah.
And from what I know, I always think I have no right brain activity because I'm not an analytical person, but we all are. We all have both.
If you have anxiety, your left brain is going all the time. So the left brain is everything we've learned, our language, the ability to sit there and make up those stories, like this is going to happen, then they're going to say this, and I'm going to say that, and that's our left brain, critical, analytical. The right brain is our creative and our emotional. So whenever there's an issue between the right brain and left brain, who's always going to win? The emotional side is going to win. So like if you say, oh, I love this car, it's way more than I can afford. Intellectually, I know I shouldn't get it, but it's blue and it's my favorite color and it looks really good on me. I'll take it.
Okay.
Right? So we know that this guy isn't the right guy. All the red flags are there, but he's really sweet and he's really cute. I'll give him a shot, right?
Yeah.
But in the middle here of the right brain and left brain is our amygdala.
The amygdala.
The amygdala, which is when the baby drops and it does that. That fires the amygdala, and that's kind of the nervous system triggers.
So like all day long, I always say I'm like a cat. Like if a loud noise all of a sudden startles me, I do that.
Right.
Is that my amygdala in action?
It's your amygdala. So
whoa.
All day, all day we're going fight, flight, freeze, fight, flight, freeze, fight, flight, freeze, and then something happens, right? And we get stuck in the all those chemicals rushing through us, the adrenaline, the estrogen, the cortisol, all those chemicals are running through, and we're like, oh my God. So it's almost like life is like a pressure cooker. So we've got this pressure cooker of life, and things are constantly happening. We've got, we see something when we're a kid that we don't remember, a bad movie, something scary happened, a car accident, maybe a divorce or a parents fight, a little kid breaks up, 9/11, all these things are happening and just stacking in this pressure cooker as we live, right?
Right.
So that at some point it can be a flat tire, it could be a broken shoelace. And people are just, right now especially, there's a lot of people that are suffering, right? So this pressure cooker gets filled and it's just ready to blow. And the body can only take so much. So when we hit critical mass, we either explode or we implode.
Okay.
So people get dark. Like during the Rona, after the Rona, hairdressers saw a lot of people that had just matted hair. They just, self-care went out the window. They were so scared and so just isolated. It's just not good for us to be shut in. And so we've learned a lot about that. And as a result, a lot of people have had, that's now in the pressure cooker, right? So that's now in the amygdala. So we grow up, we have, we get a divorce, we get a car accident, we get a breakup, foreclosure, traffic, shoelace.
Shoelace.
We break a shoelace and it's the end of the world, right?
Yes.
You get your coat caught on the door handle as you're running out the door and you're like, rah! And the amygdala just can't get back down.
Okay.
Right? So hypnosis helps to take those things out. We reframe them so that, like that pressure cooker, we pull you out of it like it's a bonfire, and you pull you out and you can look at it from over here and just get a little perspective, get a little distance from it. So you can see that it's just something that's happening. It doesn't define me. It's not the end of the world, because when we are in that fight or flight, it's the end of the world. We don't know how to move to take the next step forward.
I can tell you through example, just everything that you're saying, it's so true. Now, I put people into different categories. There's those of us who have had anxiety our entire lives. That's me, everybody. I will admit it right here. I've been an anxious child, teen, adult, and lady. And then there are people that developed anxiety, like you said, after coronavirus or certain things. And then sometimes a loss will all of a sudden give you a newfound knowledge of anxiety and depression. Mm-hmm. So it's not something that everybody's born with or is learned from at the beginning of the stages of life, but we can have instances in our lives that create and build these experiences in our brain for ourselves, and that's just something that a lot of us cannot handle. Now, I feel like I'm a pro at anxiety, but now that you just brought up that boiling point thing, I can handle all of these major events, and I'm kind of calm. But these little things that happen, I blow.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting to know that it's not really the little thing that's making you blow, it's really something that is underlying. I can't wait to dig more into this with you. I'm really excited. This is Casey Peacock, everybody. Hypnosis is something that everybody should be aware of. I got hypnotized last night. We'll go into that when we come back. I have to say, this is not the woo woo-woo thing that people used to think about hypnosis. This enlightens you, it brightens you, and it brings you back to a normal, happy place. It's something that everybody should really check into, and it can also be a maintenance thing for your health and well-being. Self-love, self-care is something that we all need to do. Hypnosis can be part of that for you guys. We're going to take a big dive into it and find out more about why Casey went into hypnosis after being somebody that does your hair for so many years and does so many other things for our bodies and our minds. This goes a little bit deeper, and it's something that we can all benefit from. I'm really, really excited to have Casey here from See Casey Go. You guys check her out today, and we're going to learn a lot more about the hypnosis. We'll be back after this on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman, featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Wondering how to live your best life in the mountains? Please join me, Cece Zach, host of Good Evening Vail, while I will be talking with generations of locals who will share their extraordinary experiences on how to thrive in the mountains.
If you're looking for local sports coverage around Vail Valley, we've got you covered right here on The Scoreboard, where you can find exclusive sit-down interviews with some of the top athletes in all of Vail, Colorado. You can also count on The Scoreboard for live event coverage of the biggest sporting events going on all year long, ranging from the biggest high school matchups to the most popular recreational competitions. Make sure to watch on TV8 Vail every Tuesday and Friday at 6 and 10 p.m. or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look and see what the day brings to us. 22 degrees as of 8 o'clock this morning. Mostly sunny skies, so it'll be a nice warm feeling. However, the winds are at 5 to 10 miles per hour, so you will feel a chill outdoors. The high today is 42 degrees, and we have a 20% chance of precipitation. Now, when we look at 8 o'clock, it's going to be sunny skies with 22 degrees. As we make our way to noon, it'll be a little warmer at 39 degrees. Sunny skies throughout the day. When we get to 4 p.m., we'll get a little cloud coverage with 38 degrees temperature-wise. By 8 p.m., 29 degrees, and we might get some showers overnight. So we might wake up with a little snow on the road. Make sure your tires are ready for all of this snow. The overnight low is 12 degrees, everybody. Nice and chilly. Get your blankies out and be all toasty and warm. We do have a 40% chance of that wintry mix overnight with winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're taking a look right now at the I-70 corridor. Over in Denver, it's 48 degrees with partly cloudy skies. In Vail, 20 degrees, 41 degrees, 20% chance of precipitation. And then in Eagle, it's 20 degrees, 21% chance of precipitation, 43 degrees. The high in Avon is 42 degrees with a 20% chance of precipitation. Now we take a look at the week. Tomorrow we have 30% chance of that wintry mix I was talking about. Mostly cloudy skies, 31 for the high and 6 for the low. Come Tuesday, the low is only 1 degree, one digit, everybody. 20% chance of the wintry mix, precipitation, 27 degrees. By midweek, mostly sunny skies, 29 degrees. as your high, and your 6 degrees is your low. By the end of the week, we have some precipitation coming our way. Afternoon snow on Thursday, 30% chance, 33 degrees for your high, 6 degrees for your low. And then when we hit the end of the week, it's going to clear up a little bit with partly cloudy skies, 29 for the high and 5 degrees for your low. Now we're going to go take a look over at the TV8 Visitor Center. Who wants to do some holiday shopping in Silverthorne? Let's take a look.
If you're making your way over to the outlets at Silverthorne, well then this is your TV8 Visitors Bureau to get you in the know as you're making your way over here to enjoy all of the fabulous villages from red to blue to green. There's somewhere for everyone to shop and enjoy. Whether you're looking to update your wardrobe or maybe you want some Bath and Body Works, you want some things for your home, they've got Williams, Sonoma. There are so many great options here at the outlets at Silverthorne. Now if you're looking to be a little bit more sports oriented instead of a little more clothing oriented, which is what I like to come over here and shop for, well, our sports director Blake O'Rulian has some great information for coming over here for all of your sports needs. Let's take it over to Blake.
Hey Maddie, thank you so much. Yeah, we're actually here at the outlets of Silverthorne, where there's actually 3 distinct villages that are color-coded. So the first one that we're going to talk about is right behind me, the Red Village, which is Lou Outdoors. And Lou Outdoors has all of your skateboarding needs, your outdoor needs. They have everything that you really need. It's a family-owned business, and it's a great shop to shop at. Another one that we're going to move over to now is the Green Village, which has Blue Valley ski and board rentals for all of your snow sports. So in the colder months that are coming just around the corner, you can actually go there, you can rent things, you can buy things, but it all gets you ready for your skiing and snowboarding seasons. And then lastly, we've got the Blue Village, which has Pearl Azumi, which has all of your cycling gear. So in a couple of months, when you actually have a little bit warmer weather, you can go out for that cycling time. And they've got great discounts, 10% off for students, teachers, first responders, as well as a whole lot more. There's a ton of things here at the villages, at the outlets of Silverthorne. Make sure to come check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. Sitting on the sofa with me is Casey Peacock, an amazing hypnotist here locally for all of us to get some help that we may need here in the Vail Valley. Now, Casey, you have a business called See Casey Go. You literally have, I don't know, for 20, 25 years been doing the outward beauty for people. You take care of their hair, you take care of their skin, you give them tans. We can get our fat sucked out. I mean, there's so many things you do in your salon. What made you turn to hypnosis after so many years of something that you have been doing straightforward?
So, I've been here since 1994, and I've worked with a lot of people. I've got clients now who I know their children have graduated college, and I knew them before their children were born.
Wow.
Right? So I've walked some people through some heavy stuff, and sometimes they leave, and I would be like, oh, God, I hope she's okay, And so after the shutdown, I was home and learning all kinds of stuff and just fascinated by, me, I've been in classes for something all the time, right, forever. And I just thought there's got to be, for me, it wasn't enough of an impact. I would see people, I would spray tan people in a full bathing suit because they've never been naked in front of their husband. They're so uncomfortable in their body that they, a one-piece bathing suit for a spray tan because they're going to go to Hawaii.
Aww.
Married for 30 years and are so uncomfortable in their skin. And it's oh my God, honey, it's not necessary. We can't be that uncomfortable in our skin.
Okay, so you basically decided that we are wonderful and beautiful creatures on the outside, but you wanted to start working on the inside with people, and that's where it came about.
Yeah, so I've been working on the outer beauty, and now I'm working on the inside because it's just a half an inch difference from the outside to the inside of the brain.
That's it? A half an inch?
Well, yeah, your skull. Right?
That's all it is half an inch?
But
I wonder it hurts when I hit my head.
But it's a long way when you get in there. Like when you're dancing, it's a long way from your brain to your feet to take that step, right?
So tell me some of the benefits that the hypnosis brings. I know it helps with little things like, not little things actually, they're big things like anxiety that we were talking about and depression, but these are maintenance things, correct? You don't go one time and you're like, oh my God, I feel so much better, I'm cured.
Some you do. Some people you do. For smoking cessation, it's one appointment. It's a long appointment, but it's one appointment and people are done smoking.
Did you hear that, you guys? If you want to quit smoking, this is an amazing thing. Okay,
it's
what else?
It's so funny. When I still kind of feel like it's magic. Some things people clear in just 3 or 6 sessions. And some people just want some Casey time, so they come every few weeks, sporadically, whenever they feel like they need something. But it's not long-term therapy. It's let's get you feeling better and go out and be great.
Right.
3, 6 sessions.
And you had mentioned something to me earlier before we came on, that it's something that we can all connect with, and I think people have a stigma against this. How do we break the stigma so people can just go to something like this? And there's a difference between this and psychiatry. Now, we're not downing anything on either form, but you told me off the camera that psychiatry makes you dwell or think about it more or talk about it, but hypnosis, you don't have to discuss your issues. Is that right?
Sometimes I can work with no content. Like I don't know what you're thinking, what's going on, and I can just take you into a trance, take you into hypnosis, and you clear what's there. We don't even say the word of whatever it is that's bothering the client.
So there's some people that don't like to relive certain issues in their life, events,
there's no
but they
reason
can
to relive
still
it.
get a hypnosis and feel
and get some clearing
and get some relief.
Yes, yes. So there's no sense in grinding it into the subconscious again and again and again. So when people start that story, I'm like, okay, I think I have what I need. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, and then we just go in and clear things out. So some things clear in the first appointment, and people are like, whoa. And some things just, it's layers. And typically the person comes in for the thing is never the thing, right? So it may take 3, 2, 6 sessions to find out really what the thing is, because it's their deepest, darkest secret.
Right.
And I don't even have to know what it is.
That's amazing.
So like we don't have to find out if somebody did something to you to feel better about relationships, to feel better in your skin, to be able to talk to people, it's not necessary. We can clear it without knowing if it's true or not, because our memories are all made up. Like I said, every movie we've ever seen, everything we've ever thought, every time anyone's ever said anything to us, implants, we're so suggestible. So every time we think of a memory, we reframe it every single time. So we can't rely on our memories. That's why hypnosis isn't allowed in court, like it's not admissible. But handwriting analysis is.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twist right
Which
there.
I also do is handwriting analysis. And because in the handwriting, it tells a lot about a person.
Yes.
It's just
their character
fascinating.
and their personality. And stuff.
All kinds of things.
Right.
It's just fascinating. It tells about your boundaries. It tells about how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others, where you stand in the pack, where you know, it's just there's so much that is divulged in that. So, but hypnosis is good for pain relief, for anxiety, for sports performance. So, like people that come out here, a lot of times we've got Stedman, right, and the surgical centers. People are afraid to get back on their skis because they were hit by someone, or because they had the surgery and now they don't trust the knee, or they don't trust the hip, or they just are. So it can kind of get them out of that fear. Like, let's get you back to where you were solid, where you were strong and you were safe and you knew what you were doing. For golfing, we've got the best golf courses in the state here, I think, and hit the ball farther. Take that mental. It's all mindset.
So if you feel blocked or stuck, this is a great
absolutely
thing for somebody.
Yeah, take back control of your life. Like when you first started doing something, when you felt great about it, before you knew all the people that played, before you knew all the politics around it, and now you're nervous because someone's watching you do it. Let's get you back to where you were happy and easy and just didn't know any better.
It sounds almost too good to be true, but I have to say, Casey hypnotized me last night. And, you described it like you can either feel a heavy weight or you can feel lifted. I felt more like I was in a floaty place, and when my eyes were closed, you had me at a certain spot where you wanted me to visualize myself where I want to be. And next thing I know, there were tears rolling down my eyes. So we all have such a deep connection with what we want in our lives and what we need. And we let all of the other issues block us and keep us stuck. And I know that I have been doing that probably my whole entire life. I battle myself. I am very hard on myself. I'm constantly yelling at myself, and I'm frustrated with myself.
So the way you talk to yourself, would you ever say that to someone else?
No, are you kidding me?
Right.
But what you did with me last night already made me realize that there is a light, there is goodness, and there are feelings that we can all enjoy, that we can all get to a very special, happy place. And I know that there's a lot of people that struggle with falling asleep at night, and this is something that I can't fall asleep at night. I went right to bed.
Oh, good.
After that.
Good.
It was just remarkable. So what I can say is the benefits are truly remarkable, whether you're going through stress or anxiety, or you're worried about things, or you want to do better in your performance, whether it's sports, or maybe you're struggling with an illness. And if you're a caretaker, you're dealing with somebody who's ill. There's a lot going on with you. So you could actually go see Casey and work through these things. And the fact that, I've heard of something called EMDR, which is something where you have the rapid movement and stuff, and you can literally do something like that with you as well. Yeah. I'm really, really excited about this, and I love bringing things like this to light. I am so happy to have you here today, Casey.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, my goodness. This is Casey Peacock, everybody. How do people reach you?
At the website, ckcgo.com. My number is 970-390-3375. And I've got a little special going on. So anyone that calls today gets 20% off their first appointment.
Did you hear that, everybody? You should really do it. She's located in Riverwalk in Edwards, right on the river, so you have a beautiful, peaceful place to go. And I cannot tell you the joy that it's brought me today. I hope you've been enlightened, and it's a new journey that if you would like to take along with yourself, you get in touch with Casey, and you definitely will live a more quality life. Thank you so much for being here today, Casey.
Thank you.
You are amazing, and this is something we have locally for everybody to enjoy. So make
And
sure
on
you get
Zoom.
some hypnosis. What, honey?
It's equally as effective on Zoom.
Look, you hear that? You can Zoom your way into better health as well. Who knew that? We have so many great things going on for the rest of the show. We'll be right back for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
The mountains are a place for adventure and a space for renewal. Enjoy our cozy piece of the mountain. Relax and reset in total tranquility after any adventure. We offer therapeutic massage and restorative facials with some of the best remedies and techniques nature has to offer. Ask about our Hydrofacial MD facial system that uses patented technology to extract and infuse the skin. Our locally owned boutique spa is located inside the Highline Vail. Nourish your mind and body. Discover True Vail at Après Massage and Facials.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. And Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
Hi, I'm Maddie Evans.
I'm Blake O'Rulian.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then we've got you covered in 4 great mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe.
You can tune in at Park City TV, TV8 Vail, or thescoreboardnation.com. We'll see you there every day at 6:30 p.m.
Good morning, Vail.
Let's take another look at the weather for your Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at the 8 o'clock hour, 22 degrees with mostly sunny skies. By 4 o'clock, we're going to have partly cloudy skies, and we might expect a little bit of snow later on. High today is 42 and 20% chance of precipitation. Really excited about getting that snow here, everybody. As of 8 o'clock, 22 degrees and sunny. We're going to have sunny skies all day long. It's a great day to go take a hike, but you want to wear a little bit of extra layers because the winds are going to be coming at us from 5 to 10 miles per hour. By noon, 39 degrees and sunny skies. 4 p.m., 38 degrees, mostly sunny skies. And then by overnight, 29 degrees with a 30% chance of precipitation, and then it gets to 40% chance as we get overnight. The low is 12 degrees, everybody, mostly cloudy skies with some scattered showers. Taking a look at the I-70 corridor in Denver, 48 degrees with partly cloudy, sunny skies. Vail, 20% chance of precipitation, 41 degrees for your high. 30 degrees and 43 degrees in Eagle with 20% chance of rain and snow, and then Avon 20% chance of precipitation with 42 degrees for your high. We take a look at the week. Monday, 30% chance of precipitation, mostly cloudy skies. 31 for the high and 6 degrees for the low. On Tuesday, 20% chance of precipitation, partly cloudy skies, 27 degrees for the high, and oh my goodness, just 1 degree for your low degrees temperature. It's going to be a chilly night. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 29 and pretty much the low 30s for your high, and single digits, 6 degrees for your low. By Friday, it's 5 degrees, 10% chance of precipitation. That is going to be a wintry week, everybody. Super excited about all the snow. I hope you have all of your snow gear ready. You can make sure you have all your skis all waxed up and everything is ready for you guys. It's going to be a wonderful week.
See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies